It's Will on Capital XTRA, and today I am joined by Love Island star Chuggs, everybody! Do you know, I love your name.
Good.
I love your
That's a
name.
start, yeah.
Because everyone was kind of like in the beginning, like, is Chuggs his birth name? Is it a nickname? Like, can you clarify?
Yeah, so it is a nickname, but I was literally called it from birth. So,
Oh, cool.
I mean, my mum can count on one hand the amount of times she's called me Oliver, but it's just always been Chuggs. She just always made it up from the very beginning. So.
But what does Chuggs mean? Like, how?
It is cuddles and hugs.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
So she didn't like the name Oliver, and my dad sort of forced it on the name on her, and to rebel, she just made up a silly nickname, and it stuck. We called it through school and rugby, like everything. So it just always has been Chuggs.
Fair play, fair play. And you're back in the UK after your sadly short-lived Love Island experience. Yeah. How does it feel?
Cold. But yeah, it's bittersweet. Like, it's nice to be back, see friends and family, but also at the same time, it's gutting to not. I don't really feel like I had a proper shot in there. And obviously new people coming in, and it'd be nice to have like settled and then got more into it. But hey ho, the way is life.
Hey ho, hey ho. And before going in, like, how was the process of keeping it all a secret, like, and not telling anybody?
It was hard because people was like, "Oh, what are you doing this year?" Like, blah blah blah. Because I was originally going to go traveling like around Australia, or trying to set my business up in Australia, and then sort of my plan stopped for that, and it was like hard to keep it hidden because what are you doing? All you're thinking about is Love Island, and you can't tell anyone. So it just sort of went a bit quiet. So I've not replied to a few messages.
Yeah, fair enough. You just kind of air people and be like, yeah none of your business. Don't worry what I'm doing. Yeah. So you went in as a bombshell.
Yeah.
How did it feel kind of coming in later? I guess having to get to know people. Did it feel a bit awkward? Do you feel like you adjusted quite quickly?
See what? I didn't find anything awkward at all. But I definitely forgot I was a bombshell. Like, I walked in there like,
you're a bombshell.
Yeah, I didn't think I had to steal anyone or anything like that. And so all the lads come up to you, and the first thing they do is be like super nice, and then they make you feel like they're your mate. And then imagine nicking your mate's girl that they say that they liked. You just take it for like face value, but obviously they're just saying crap. I didn't quite filter through it fast enough. Yeah. Hence why I only had like one chat with each of the girls throughout the day, and then Sharon, I had 2 chats with. I had the date the night before.
Yeah,
so it's hard to get to know everyone.
Yeah, but who did you have your eyes on initially?
Walking in, Shannon, and she'd gone just before I came.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, brilliant. And then no one after.
Well,
that.
You could meet Shannon now. She's like, she's out. You guys, would you catch up with her?
Yeah, for sure. I'd definitely like to meet her. I feel like we've got quite a lot of mutual things to talk about. So yeah, I'll give her a message and see what she says.
Very good, very good. Now, obviously, you weren't chosen.
No.
And Brad was. How did you feel in that moment?
I saw it come in from country miles. Like, as soon as Rachel walked in, I saw Brad's face. I could just see how he was acting. I was like, oh, okay, here comes the dream. Yeah, I didn't have too much hopes. It was gutting to not be picked because we had some really lovely chats, and we were actually getting to know each other quite on like a decent personal level, which I thought was more than what her and Brad were doing. But throughout that whole day, I didn't talk to Brad once because I just didn't want to know like what he was doing, what he was talking about. I just sort of wanted to be in my own zone, take it myself, and then sort of fight it like that. I didn't want to see him be like, oh yeah, we talked about this, and me being worrying and being like, oh crap, I need to go talk to her about that as well. So I sort of just played it. But yeah, it's annoying to not be picked.
Yeah.
But what can you do?
And do you feel like Rachel made the right decision?
I said to her, look, the most important thing is that you're comfortable, and like, hey, me or Brad, whatever, as long as you're comfortable with the decision, you got to sleep next to someone in that bed for I don't know how many days afterwards. So that's what's the most important thing. And in that time, she obviously picked Brad, so I guess it's the right decision for her. But like, looking at it now from the outside,
very different.
Like, I think she just bought the game a bit too much, bought the dream a bit too much. I wouldn't have run away like has Brad's run away, because I was actually getting to know her. She was a really nice girl. We had good conversation. Obviously, 2 new girls walk in, gorgeous girls, more my type, so I'd like gravitate towards them.
Yeah.
But if they didn't have the personality and like, the charisma to back it up, then it wouldn't have been there anyway. So
Yeah, fair enough. And I've seen online that apparently you and Lucinda matched on a dating app or something like this before. Like, what's the deal?
Yeah, so I'd forgotten about that, or not clocked, until she mentioned it, and people asking me. I was like, no, that is true. Yeah, I did match on a dating app, and we had a little conversation. I tried to.
What was the conversation? No, it was a little. What happened to the conversation?
I tried to flick through and find it, but I've deleted all my apps.
Oh my
so I
gosh.
couldn't find it, which is really annoying.
What did you guys talk about?
But I remember just talking about her being like a stewardess, and then saying she started her own business, and like she does like it's called like Luck something. She sells like clothes. I think it's really cool. Like I love like entrepreneurs, things like that. So I think we had a good conversation. I can't remember who aired who, to be honest.
Yeah. Cool. Fair enough. And if you had the choice to couple up with someone in the villa right now,
Yeah.
if you were to go back in, who would it be?
Right now, probably Lucinda, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, I don't know on a personal level, but she seems really sweet and pretty down to earth. And then she's definitely my type. So if I was in there, she'd be the person I'd be most interested to get to know if I was in there.
Oh, very interesting. Now, you need to help us with this Love Island forecast, okay? You've been in there, you've seen it, you've gauged the energy. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. Just help us predict, okay?
Yep,
please,
sure.
please. Cool. Who do you think's most likely to stray away from their couple now?
Well, Aaron and Sharon, that's not gonna last.
Why?
Because Aaron was interested in Sharon because Sharon was the one that was there to like help him stay in, and then as soon as those new girls come in, he turns his head to try and talk to them, realizes they're not interested in him, and he's going straight back to her. So I can't see that one going. I think that's going to be a Casa Amor jobby. I think they're both find someone in Casa Amor.
Yeah.
Trying to think of other couples that we got going in there. I mean, obviously Faye and Liam, I don't think they're coupled up. Oh no, they are coupled up, but I don't think they will be.
Yeah.
After the next recoupling.
Of course. Cool. Who do you think is the biggest game player? Someone who's just maneuvering their way through. Oh.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but you think he's the biggest game player in the villa right now? Why? Why do you think that?
I'm trying to think of others. Like
he's the only one we can think of.
Okay, maybe Jake as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously Jake likes Liberty, but he said, unbeknown to me, whilst in there, I thought he was just fully set on her, so I sort of hands offed it. But I would have definitely gone for Liberty. I think he likes her, but his head could definitely be turned.
Yeah.
He sort of flirted with the idea of it, and then once again, the new girls come in, haven't really shown him that much interest, so he sort of settled back to Liberty when she shouldn't be someone you settle for. You know, she's a great girl. But yeah, and Brad's just telling everyone the dream. So
boy, everyone they're taking the dream because they just love him.
He's
Everyone loves Brad.
Yeah,
exactly. And who is most likely to cause the most drama?
Faye.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love her for that.
She's not afraid to say anything. She's so honest and loud about it. Which is great. But yeah, of course, she loves to stir the pot for sure.
Yep. And finally, who could win? Individual.
Kaz. Yeah, hands down,
Really?
Kaz. Yeah, she's just so like her smile and energy is just ridiculously infectious. Like she's so like giggly and like joyful. She's just so refreshing to talk to. I can't even explain like how refreshing she is to talk to. So I think whoever she couples up with is going to be a very lucky man. And yeah, I reckon they'll go the distance.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me on Capital
No,
Extra.
you're very welcome. I enjoyed it. Thank you.